Welcome back, GSN followers. I got another project here today. I'd like to attic mount a 2 meter, 70 centimeter open stub J pole designed by S&K Antenna Systems and a J pole GMRS copper pipe antenna by KVB9R. And I love that so much, and I love this so much, but this one will not resonate well on GMRS. So this is obviously a monoband, so I'm just going to do both. And this is pretty much everything you're going to need. Here, I watched a video with the tech prepper, and he did a run of his coax through the house and through the walls, and I loved his video, so I'm pretty much going to use his setup, but just a little different. He used a single gang. These are dual gang. This is a low voltage bracket. So I'm going to start with finding out where to drill down the coax. And we're going to need this to measure away from the wall. And the stud finder, beep, 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 still works to find in between the studs. Okay, so then the reason we're going to have to measure that is because we're going to have to take that measurement where we're going to cut that and go up in the attic, and we're going to have to go away from the exterior wall and find out where to drill. So we're going to need to drill with a screw gun, and I just have a 1-inch spade bit, and we will drill down with that, but we'll shove some coax down there. I just have this what is this? It's KMR 400, and I have another one. I have identical KMR 400 for each. One's a little longer than the other, but then there will be a hole left over at the entrance of with the wood where the coax goes in. So I'm just going to shove some of this rope caulk in there from my last project from Walmart. We're going to label the coaxes, one as GMRS and one for 2 meter 70 centimeter. We're probably going to need some zip ties for the coax, maybe around some studs. And we're going to need this multi-tool, this oscillating tool to cut for the sheetrock for this low voltage bracket. And then this stainless steel blank face plate here, I'm going to measure 4 points. We're going to pilot a hole. Then we're going to use this step bit to drill down just enough to get these threads through. And these are these barrel connectors. Well, they will tighten on each side. And that way I can utilize 2 of them, and I'll put a label on each, GMRS and 2 meter 70 centimeter. But if I ever want to go and add more antennas up there, I will have these open with nothing attached in the back. And then upstairs, the level is for like the 2x4. I'm just going to screw it between the trusses. And then from that, I will mount both of these antennas, one on each side of the attic, one on the far left and one on the far right. And then I just have these little screw-in brackets. What are they called? Little hose clamps. And I'm just going to cut it here. I'm going to press it over the GMRS antenna and just screw it in 2 different spots, and then use the level to make sure it's straight. And the open stub J pole dual band actually has holes already, and I'll just level that up, put 2 screws in that against another 2x4, and then we throw some washers in there if we need to for the screws. And if that multi-tool doesn't work out, I also got a little sheetrock saw. So that pretty much is everything I got. I'm going to bring everything up in the attic now, put some lights up there so y'all can see it, and we'll get this party started. So what I want to start with is just picking my 4 holes. So I'm going to just put a light line here the center of these, and the center of these. And then I just got to pick two spots that are relatively level. Here's one. Here's one. And the next two. Gonna leave room for those screw holes there and there. I know it's kind of hard to see, but I got one hole roughly here and here and here and here. And I found these rubber things that were like shipping blocks that came with my gazebo, and it works perfectly for holding it in this vise without destroying whatever I'm putting in the vise, you know. And then I'll pilot those holes, and then step bit 5/8 I found out to be enough to just clear those threads. Bear with me. All right. There's one. There's two. We'll spin it around. Let's see. We'll do the same thing to this side. And we'll have our pilot holes. Now we'll just do one at a time for the step bit. Leave some space here and here. There we go. And so we don't go past that 5/8, I'm going to put a piece of, what is this, painter's tape? Just above it, so we know where to stop. So that one's 5/8, so we want to have the tape not pretty. That's good enough. This might take a little longer. Let's test this barrel connector. Perfect. That's the 5/8, worked perfectly. I won't bore you with the other 3 holes, but I'll tell you when I'm done. Now that I made a huge mess, here's the finished product. Now these barrel connectors, they have little washers as well. We can install all of them. I guess we'll try to make it somewhere in the middle. And then I'll just hand tighten them and then tighten them with the tool at the end. Boom, look at them. Dun, da, da, da. That'll be in the wall. Put a little labels, labels, labels. All right, we're gonna make one label, capital GMRS. I love this little thing. Print. Okay. Boom. Love it. Now I'll cut off the excess. I think they're split in the middle here. This will be my GMRS. And then the next one will be my 2 meter centimeter print. Boom, cut off the excess. I'll do the top 2. There it is. All official, 2 meters, 70 centimeter. Now, I'm gonna go in the attic. It's hot as crap up there. I almost forgot. I gotta tighten these bad boys. There it is, they're all tight. Now I can go up in the sauna up in the attic. All right, let's find some studs up here. This is in the bedroom. All right, let's avoid that. So this stud finder actually has this wire warning. So it was going nuts all along here. So I'm going to avoid that. And I came closer to here. This is the stud. I found the inner and outer part of the stud, and I'm going to stick with this area over here. So we're just going to trace this. I'll level it. Cut out these marks. And then that's going to be the outer part. Cut that. Cut that. Cut that. All right. Let me get this little oscillating tool. See how it works. I haven't used it in a while. Now let's measure from this sheetrock exterior wall, 29.5 inches. And here is our little low voltage box. See how this fits. Oh, sexy. And now to tighten that little wing nut down, it squeezes the sheetrock on the other side. Come on. There we go. Same thing for this one. I don't know if you can see that. It just pulls that little wing closer and closer until it grabs the sheetrock. There it is. Boom. There we go. Let me get you closer. And there's no insulation, so I'll be able to feed those coax wires down the wall much easier. On to the attic. All right, well, it's hot. It's July outside of Atlanta. We're just going to do one run at this because I don't feel like doing it a second time. Now I'm going to get the level. Right? All right, then I'll tighten both of these. Okay. Now I can mount my antenna. Perfect. Nice. Now we'll level it. Pretty good. Boom! Now I have a 2 meter, 70 centimeter antenna. Let me get coax. It's just a little wobbly. I'm gonna hit it with the screw gun again. There we go. Better. Okay. Let me run this wire. This is 50 foot of KMR 400. There she is. This is horrible and hot. Don't wish this upon my worst enemy. Now for the other guy, and then I'll level him up. Okay, it's still not level. I got to move it just a little bit. Okay, now coax. Well, here's my two lines, my GMRS and my 2 meter 70 centimeter. I couldn't show you up in the attic too long because my phone overheated. It's 92 outside today, and God knows what it is up in an attic without a vent fan. So I thought I'd come back here and just show you the final install of, I'll go match up my GMRS to my GMRS. I'll snug that up real tight. And then my 2 meter 70 centimeter. All right. I might come back and hit that again with the crescent wrench. But here's my lines. Get them back in the wall there. There. I don't know if you can see past my stupid shoulder. There it is. All snugged up. Got them labeled and everything. Now I just got to plug in my 2 meter 70 centimeter radio. And I'll try it on both the GMRS and the 2 meter 70 centimeter, and I'll show that. Okay, I have my BTEC 50X3 hooked up, and it's plugged into my GMRS outlet. I don't have it hooked up to my antenna switcher yet, or selector, whatever you call it. But I just wanted to show you that 462.625 is channel 18 on GMRS. Just want to show you how to key down. All three of those are set on channel 18 as well. WRJ, W871. All right, it works. Thanks for joining in. That was an awful job. Don't try it in the summertime in Georgia. Thanks. So I hooked up the jumper to the 2 meter 70 centimeter outlet, and I set it to 146.520, the national 2 meter call frequency. Let's see if I can make a contact. CQ, CQ, this is Kilo Delta 2, Mike Oscar Tango calling. CQ, CQ, this is KD2 MOT calling. Oh well, no one's on that national calling frequency right now, but I'll try to get a contact on that 2 meter 70 centimeter, and the GMRS side works great. I just have to flip them back and forth because the OSJ OpenStub J-pole isn't resonant on the GMRS. So I like them both anyway, though, both antennas. So I'm just going to keep swapping them back and forth. All right, guys. Till next time.